22 years later, there are families who are holding a ring, maybe a watch, that belonged to their loved one, and that item was recovered at the 9/11 site. At first, the rubble was being moved bucket by bucket. Then the big machines moved in. The man in charge of the cleanup, North Carolina's own DH Griffin, saw Ground Zero as a place to serve the families who were grieving.
The thing I kept telling myself and would remind folks that, hey, let's use the same care and control and courtesy of how we deal with this. If it was your mom or dad or brother, it was an honor to be there in a really tragic point in time in history for America. And I just hope as America, we never forget what happened there.
The images from that day are still heartbreaking to see 22 years later. In the middle of all the sadness and the fear, there were people who ran in to help, from the first responders to the everyday folks, and of course, DH Griffin himself. As soon as the attacks happened, he went to Ground Zero as a volunteer. Eventually, he was in charge of the cleanup and spent every day for 9 months on the site.
It was an emotional roller coaster, a spiritual roller coaster, and I think the first couple months looking back, it was really just adrenaline. The project was going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even the first responders, firemen or policemen, nobody had ever dealt with. I had a fireman tell me one time, even like at a bad fire, it might be 5 people that passes, which is tragic and it's tough. But even the firemen had never dealt with loss of life.
It was a day like none other, a time of grieving like none other. Today, we remember those who died and those who ran to the scene to help our nation grieve.